What if colleges warned you before you took the loan? For the first time, the federal government is putting a warning label on college. When students fill out the free application for federal student aid, that's FAFSA, FAFSA, the form used to apply for grants, loans, and work study, they may now see a red flag next to certain schools. That flag appears when the average earnings of a college's graduates are lower than the earnings of someone with only a high school diploma. Let that sink in. For decades, we told students that any college degree was a safe investment. Now, the government is acknowledging what millions of borrowers already know. Not every degree pays off, and not every school is worth the debt. The new earnings indicator doesn't block financial aid. It doesn't punish schools. It simply informs students before they take on loans. And that alone makes it one of the most honest changes to higher education policy in years. But I think it doesn't go far enough because colleges don't just sell degrees, they sell individual classes. And every class costs money, time, and opportunity. So here's the next logical step. If we're serious about transparency, colleges should publish the return on investment for every class they offer. Not just a degree, the class. Show students how each course connects or doesn't connect to real career outcomes. Show whether the skills taught appear in actual job postings. Show whether that class improves long-term earning potential or professional mobility. Right now, students are paying thousands of dollars for electives that may be interesting, but strategically useless. And those classes often exist not because students need them, but because institutions need to preserve departments, traditions, and academic comfort zones. Now, here's the part colleges should actually welcome. This kind of transparency would force schools to compete on value. If return on investment were visible at the course level, institutions would have no choice but to redesign curricula that deliver increasing, measurable value over time. Programs would evolve faster. Courses would be updated more often. Faculty would be encouraged to align learning with real-world outcomes. In short, schools would have to earn their tuition. The result? Universities that adapt will become stronger, more competitive, and more relevant. Those that don't would quickly stand out, and not in a good way. Students would make smarter choices. Schools would build better programs, and higher education would finally start behaving like a marketplace where outcomes matter. FAFSA's earnings flag is a start. It tells students, buyer beware. But the real transformation happens when colleges treat students like informed investors, and when institutions compete not on prestige alone, but on the real, provable value they deliver. Because education shouldn't just broaden minds, it should also build futures. If you want to know what's happening now and what's happening next in the world of work, subscribe to my newsletter, The Recruiting Life, over at jimstroud.com. Because sooner or later, every big decision comes with a warning label. The only question is whether you see it before you sign the paperwork.
It is right.